Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm Arif, your cloud learning journey partner. So today's video is all about cost optimization of AWS account. So if we know exactly like how we can do this cost optimization thing, we can easily reduce our AWS billing up to near around like 80%. So yeah, you heard it right, up to 80% you can reduce your AWS account cost if you follow all the strategies and the techniques that I'm going to share today. So please stick to the end to this video, because after this you'll have the complete understanding, complete knowledge, complete strategy how to reduce your AWS billing cost. The thing is, like, when we are deploying resources in AWS account or any cloud provider, if we don't know exactly like how to optimize the resources, how to optimize the cost, in a few months, in a few weeks, we're gonna see a big bills from our cloud provider. So in order to avoid this, we need to know exactly like how to do the cost optimization, what kind of strategy you need to follow to not see all of these big numbers under our cloud console. So before starting the video, I just want to talk about a little bit about myself. Well, I'm Arif. I do have more than 10 years of experience in cloud computing and cybersecurity. I hold multiple certification in multiple cloud providers, and also I do have CISSP and CCSP. This channel is all about cloud computing, cybersecurity, and IT career related tips. So if you're interested in this topic, this channel is definitely for you. I'm gonna upload a tons of videos to this topic, so please like and subscribe to my channel so that you can see my upcoming contents. So without further delay, let's explore the strategies, the steps that we need to take to reduce our AWS billing up to like 80%. So without further delay, let's get started. All right, so I have logged into my personal AWS account, and from here, from the upper right corner, I will navigate to billing and cost management dashboard. So here we can see all the monthly billings and stuff. So the first strategy that we can follow to reduce our AWS cost is using AWS Savings Plan. So what is a saving plan? If we go to the overview section and click here, what are the saving plans? So basically it's a commitment that we are making with AWS that we are gonna use their services, and the commitment could be for a year or 3 year. So there's a few types of savings plan. It could be the compute savings plan, where it will covers all the EC2 services, AWS Fargate, AWS Lambda. So anything related with compute will be covered by this particular savings plan. And the second one is more specifically for the EC2 instance. So if we have EC2 instances in our account and we are heavily using those servers, then we can purchase this instance saving plan. But here is the catch: when we're using EC2 savings plan, EC2 instance, then the type that we're going to mention when we are going to purchase these plans, it should match with the type that we are currently using, and also the region here we have to finalize. So it's more of a like we have to be very specific when we're using this EC2 instance type. And the third one is compute. If we are heavily using SageMaker for our AI or ML models, then this compute, the third option, can help us. So if we want to see some numbers, if we use EC2 instance, the second type, we can easily save like 72% of our current on-demand cost on EC2 servers. If we use the compute, the third option, then we can save up to like 64% of our SageMaker billings that we are paying for on-demand basis. It's quite a good savings. And the other thing here is that this is my normal account. I barely use this account, but if you have like all the servers and everything, suppose this is your production account or your development account of your company, okay? So if you come to this particular section, this savings plan here, it's gonna show you some recommendation in here. So right now there is no recommendation for me because I don't have an active server running. But if your account has multiple servers, multiple compute resources running, then it's gonna show all the suggestion, like the kind of like resources that the commitment that you can agree on with AWS to get the benefit of like 60 to 80% of cost reduction. So let's try to purchase a saving plan, just and to show you like how things are done in here. So if I click in here, so here there are three options that I talked about earlier. One is the compute savings plan for the all the services related to compute like EC2, Fargate, Lambda functions. The second one is EC2 instance savings plan, and the third one is SageMaker savings plan. So let's focus on the compute because this covers most of the heavily used resources like EC2, Fargate, and Lambda. So after that, there we have to select the term like the saving plan, the commitment is for 1 year or the 3 year. A good question could be which one should we go for? Here there are some things to consider. If we want to get the maximum kind of discount, then we have to go for the longer time frame. If we go for 3 years, we'll get a better discount. But if we are not quite sure, like after 1 year whether we're gonna use those resources or something like that, then we can go for a 1 year commitment. So here we can select according to our necessary. So here we can select 3 years, then the purchase commitment. So here we can commit for hourly commitment. Like right now, I don't have any recommendation, so that's why I have to manually select like uh, how much I'm planning to spend per hourly basis as a commitment to cover all my compute resources. So here, but if you had all the resources already running under your account, here you can get the recommendation from AWS site, which is way more accurate. For my previous jobs, the job that I'm currently using, I'm highly using this savings plan because look, here we are getting discount using the same resources and everything, just a commitment. Anyway, we're using the services, we will be using the services. So why not we get a discount from it, right? So here we have to select the commitment, the hourly commitment, and there's an option. So there are three kind of options. One is all upfront. Here you will get the most discount because here you're paying all the payment upfront. Then there is a second option that's partial upfront, like if you want to pay some money right now and rest of it per monthly basis, you can also do that. And the third option is no upfront. Here you are just making the commitment that yeah, I'm gonna use it, and you will get a discount for it, but you are not paying any upfront money. You will be paying more of a month-to-month basis. If you ask me like which one is better, well, if you're just starting with a new product, a new application, and you're not quite sure like how long it gonna run and the future of it, then you can always go for no upfront. So pretty much basically like every month you will be paying the money, but in a discounted rate, which is great. So that's how we should finalize it. And after once we are sure with all of this setting, then we can just simply purchase our savings plan in here. So that's the savings plan for you guys. So I feel like for big organizations, for mid-sized organizations, they run like tons of compute resources. They have a lot of EC2 servers, a lot of Lambda functions, a lot of ECS Fargate. So pretty much like they're paying on demand basis. If you join the company and if you suggest them something like that, hey, we can reduce the cost up to 50%, up to 70% using the saving plan, and all you need to do is just purchase a saving plan with a commitment. That's it. We don't have to pay any upfront or stuff like that, and they will be amazed with your knowledge. So it's a very important cost optimization strategy that you can implement to your organization to show that yes, you know your craft very well, and you can help them to save bunch amount of money. The next strategy that you can follow to reduce AWS cost more than like 80% is using this service named AWS reservation. So this is a similar concept like savings plan, but if we see the recommendation in here, so it covers way more services than the saving plan. So here under service, you can say it covers EC2, it covers RDS, which was missing from the savings plan. So RDS is a good addition. Then there's Elasticache, Redshift, OpenSearch, MemoryDB, and even DynamoDB. So it covers way more AWS services. So suppose if you're using these services and you want to reduce the cost, and then this reserve service, AWS reservation can definitely help you. And the cool part is that here it comes with a recommendation. So here you can just select your services, and if the resource is already running in your application, you are using the services, then it's gonna show you all the recommendations, and you have to just select those recommendation. You have to do some analysis whether it makes sense, and you have to just commit for 1 year or 3 year according to your roadmap. And then also you can pay all upfront, partial upfront, no upfront. So here we also have the flexibility. And yeah, then we will pay like less than 75% than the on-demand cost that we are currently paying. So isn't it cool? So basically we are using the same thing, same resources, but we are paying less. That is really great. So here is a catch. Whenever we're using these reservations, here we have to very specific. Basically, I can give you some example. I have recently used the reservation service for the AWS RDS relational database. So for relational database, we have to be very sure. We have to be very specific, like for which region we want to have this reservation, for what kind of instance type we want to have it, and the instance, even the engine type that we are committing to. So we have to be very cautious when we were using it. The savings plan come with some flexibility, but this reservation is very strict. So here we'll get more discount, but we have to be very specific. Like, hey, this is what I want. This is the instance type. This is the region. This is the engine that it's gonna run. So once you have everything sorted, once you have all the answers, then you can just go for it. And the good part, there's also one benefit of using reservation. So reservation, that is, suppose there is a disaster event in North Virginia region where you have all the resources, right? And you have this reservation thing going on for your resources. So when there is a situation like this, then when AWS will try to retrieve all the infrastructure, make sure everything is up running, guess what, who will get the priority, like to make sure things the customers will get all the resources up and running in a priority basis. That is the reserved the reserved feature basis one. So if you have the reservation going on, if you have the commitment, then they will prioritize your resources earlier. I'm gonna share the third and the most powerful way you can optimize AWS cost. Here you can reduce the compute cost even more, kind of like 90%. So this is quite exciting. So all you need to do is you have to use this particular thing, that is spot instances. So before showing you from the console, I just want to give an idea what is spot instances. So think about it. For AWS, they have tons of servers. They have certain server racks that are used by us, right? But they have a lot of resources, free resources. Most of the time, what happens, like as a customer, we're not using all of the resources that they have allocated for us. Like maybe they have thousands of servers, and at the present moment, like at the current moment, we are using a few hundred. And so what happens to the rest unused resources, rest unused servers? Well, that resources we can get as a cheaper prices if we commit to these spot instances. So spot instances are kind of like those sort of instances where those instances are the resources are sitting idle, and we are getting a way cheaper price of using those instances. But there's only one problem with the spot instances. That is whenever there is a on-demand request, when the request when the resource usage goes high, then our spot instance, our spot resources will be terminated within few seconds, so that they can provide these resources to the on-demand basis to the customer who are requesting for the regular price on-demand basis. So we can use this spot instances for the resources for the application where it's not a very critical thing to have the availability, where we are testing some big data. Here we need a lot of resources, but for a short period of time, even though service goes down, we are okay with it. So it's more of a like some sort of testing, or if you want to have a massive amount of resources for a short period of time, then spot instances are the best option for you. So how we can request for it? This is from the EC2 console. If I click here, request spot fleet request, so here all the technical things like what kind of AMI we want, and the key pair. Here we are specifying like the key pair that we want to use for the EC2 instances. And here all the technical details. Here we are defining the network like the VPC, the availability zones, and specify the instance attribute that match your compute requirements. So here we're specifying what kind of instances we want to have as a spot instance. So after this, well, here we have two options for the allocation strategy. One is the price capacity optimized, which is a recommended one, where the request, the lowest price is spot instances. So here our focus is to pay the less amount of money that we can. And the second one is a capacity optimized. So request spot instances from your most available pools. So there are two options, but the recommended one is the price capacity optimized. So after all this information that you have put in here, so your spot fleet request as a glance. So right now the fleet request is very strong, so that means there are a lot of free resources that we have requested for, so which is a good. So here we have 553 matching instances types, and for 6 availability zones, so we have a very good chance to have all the resources. And here if we compare the price with the on-demand, it's like 87% savings compared to the on-demand basis. So guess what? You are paying literally just 10% of the same resources that you might have paid like for on-demand basis. And this is an excellent way to optimize your AWS compute cost. Congratulations guys for reaching this far of today's video. Today we have discussed about three very strong strategies that we can follow to reduce our AWS cost up to 70 to 90% if we are using heavily the compute resources like EC2, Lambda, ACS Fargate, or RDS DB, which are like super popular services. I'm pretty sure if you're running some production level application, you must have be using these services. And if you use these three strategies like the savings plan, the reservations, the spot instance, then you can save quite a lot of money. And once you propose all of this solution, the strategies to your company, and they see all of the possible savings that can happen, they will be super amazed by your skill sets. So just remember one thing in here, that is if you know how to optimize your cloud resources, this is the best thing that can help you to save a lot of money. It will help you to enhance the security aspect of your application. All you need to have the proper knowledge. So this is just a few ideas that I've shared. I have tons of other ideas related to this cost optimization, how to monitor the AWS billings, the resources to get alerts and stuff like that. Maybe I will create a series of videos to talk about all the techniques that we can use to optimize our AWS account. The whole idea about the optimization is that to create an environment where we are paying the least amount of money, we have the proper security in place, and we have a complete control over our cloud account. If you can do that, then you would be considered as a very valuable resource to your company. So that's all for today's video. If you guys have any question or any concepts related to the strategies that I have talked about, please let me know in this comment section, and I'm going to reply in a very short period of time. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel so that you can see my upcoming contents. So that's all for today. Have a great and wonderful day.